Hello and welcome to a race that several people have been asking me for. Volkswagen Id.r at Daytona Motor Speedway motorcycle course. But first, I'm going to make sure that my bots are as hard as they can possibly be. So I've done this race about 20 times now, because when you win, especially if you win by a bigger margin, it's going to get harder. Everything else in the series gets harder. This is bot slowing in reverse. I'm doing this because people are going to accuse me of manipulating the bots to be easy. So I'm showing you, like, look at this. This is stinking fast. I couldn't find anyone else who was doing this time. You can see I didn't touch the brakes once, I just lifted. So we're going to do this race twice. First time through, I'm going to show you what happens if I stay full throttle from the start here. Of course, I'm going to brake a bit, but I'm opting not to get in slipstream right here because it's going to wreck me for corner one. I need to be further back from the pack here so that I can go around this. Watch this. This isn't off track. Okay, I'm very close to being off track. There I was at just a skosh, which is very bad in this car. This car does not like being off track. It loses tons of speed. So you're just going to see how quickly you can get through this. So we're doing this twice. This is going to be the easier way. I'm going to get to the lead very quickly. And there you go. You can see I'm maximizing corners. Other things we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to show you my braking points, which I'm having to over brake here. Now, from here on out, no braking until like corner 5 or something. Like, just watch my throttle, or whatever we call it there, power gauge or energy switch. I forget what I decided to call it. By the way, I'm trying to shove this guy in the wall. He got very close to giving me the pit maneuver there. Don't push it too much. You got to stay full throttle through that last chicane. That's actually called a bus stop. And I'm full throttle through corner 1, 2, 3. We'll see how many it is. So I forget how the corners are really labeled here at Daytona, because here's the start-finish line. So is this corner 1? I don't think so. I think this is corner 1. Look what I do. And full throttle. Isn't that crazy? Now, of course, I got to brake for this massive hairpin, because you can't stay full throttle through that. And, well, this is the first place bot, and so shortly after I pass this guy, I'm going to end the race, but I just want you to see how much I can gap him. See, they're really bad. Bots are really bad in the corners, especially this corner. Like, from this point forward, you don't brake until you're a ways into the next lap. So, okay. So we're going to switch to another version of this race where I start by coming to a dead stop. You just watch. I'm going to go to 0 and leave it for just a bit. Okay? We can all agree that was a dead stop. So now I've let the field get quite a ways ahead of me, which actually might make it easier for some people. Maybe you don't like working your way through all that really tough traffic. I had to do a bit of practice to get ready of this. It's been a while since I ran this race, so I couldn't remember how I took the corners. But even still, look at this. So still, I'm working my way through the pack very quick. Now, some of these guys are sandbagging it, which means they're going through the series driving really slow. But look at this. I'm already in 12th place. These guys aren't driving slow. I mean, some of my friends are way better than me. Well, maybe not way better, but I mean, they can get Group A times in pretty well every single time trial competition. I can't do that. So, just so you realize this, the computer system, when it comes to time-shifted multiplayer, that's all the yellow names, it does dumb down your run. So you're going to see how fast of a lap I'm going to do here. Like, my best lap is going to be showing. But if you race me, I'm probably going to be 6 or 7 seconds slower a lap. So the computer programming kind of regulates it. Now, I'm nicely in the draft. I could take the first corner this fast. However, I don't want to be that close to a bot. So let them get a little bit away from you. And then just watch. You got to go way up here to the right and then swoop back down hard. Now, that time I did get off track. I lost it a little bit. You're going to try to be careful here. Be careful. This car, this Volkswagen does not like to be touched in the corners. If you just get a car touching you on the inside, you're going to go off track. And this corner right here, it's very light in that corner. This car is all about downforce. So just like Formula One cars, if you're taking slow speed corners, the cars just can be really slippery. It's actually way worse than the pre-2019 open wheel cars in Real Racing 3. So this chicane here, you watch. You can see how good these bots are because, look at that. We stayed pretty much equidistant. Now, the only reason why I'm gaining a bit is because of the slipstreaming or drafting that I'm being able to do off this guy. By the way, I this time, for the first race, I just gave you a pilot view. This one, I'm giving you all of the really cool shots you get. This is one of the tracks where you get some really nice blimp shots. You actually can't do track view at Daytona Motorcycle Course. It won't let you choose that option. I would have chosen that, but it's not an option. So that's why I'm choosing automatic. And you can see here that, oh nuts. Okay, I'm a little upset. This car does not show damage easily. However, once you get stage 1 or stage 2 damage, you can no longer take certain corners full throttle, like the first corner here. You'll go flying off track. So I'm a little bit concerned. And I took it a little bit easy on that guy because I don't want to get tangled up. I don't want to tap anything else because I'm going to lose my handling. Now, if you really want to experience what this car is all about, you need guts. You need guts, man. You need to be willing to just huck this thing into corners and just go for it. Don't be afraid to fail. You're going to have to fail a few times because trial and error and lots of practice are what you need to really master this car. And you need to develop some muscle memory. So that's what I've got going into corner 1 here, but it gets a bit sketchy, especially when I'm doing an overtake. So let's check this out. Dive down, and I did go off track just a tiny bit there, trying to avoid contact. And so that's really what the whole secret of this car is developing muscle memory. And also, it's just, there's no other car like this. So you almost have to forget some of what you know. You'll have these instincts that say, I can't do this here, I can't do that there. Like even staying full throttle from this point forward, or taking this corner right here coming up, taking this full throttle doesn't feel right. Even taking the chicane full throttle, it's all very difficult. So take some muscle memory, some trial and error, and you have to start turning earlier than you think you should. Here, I'm going to try to build. Oh, nuts! I was going to try to build up some speed to have an awesome lap, and, well, now I need to rebuild that speed. I'll just be careful here. All right, let's lock this in. 308, 309 is a good speed to start a really good lap at. Swoop down. There we go. It's a little slower, but still, let's see what happens. Okay, coming up on our first braking point, there'll be a little freeze frame here. Gives you an idea about how deep I am. I might have overbraked this a little bit. I didn't get the trajectory optimal. I should have been more to the inside there, but still, I didn't want to wreck it. Watching your left, right, the side road here, the gravel there, that's my next marker. Onto the throttle at the apex. Brakes pretty early because this is a sharp corner, and I found that I often would wash out and then I get stuck behind that wall. Watch as the blue wall is ending on the right. I'm just getting on the brakes about there into the throttle at the apex or the center of the corner. And that's it. No more brakes. No more lifting. You just got to have the guts to go for it. If you do not get that last corner, the trajectory correct, you're done. You can recover. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, look, we're at lap 5. I mean, it's just ridiculous. There's still 6, 7, 8, 4 full laps to go after this. And I started lapping people. We're not going to watch this whole race because it's just going to get boring. I've shown you everything I can show you. I showed you 2 different ways you can do this. And I'm racing some of the hardest bots there are to race. And I'll let you see their times here. We're going to end this race right here. We'll just call that the end. But that's what the end of my race was. Did make a couple of little mistakes here and there, but not bad. And full TSM group here, so I'll get some nice bonus R. Not that I need it when I got over 1 billion, but oh well. That's what happens when you've been playing this game for over 7 years. And we'll get on to the next screen here. I'm going to flip over so you can see my lap time and you can see the top lap times of the guys I was facing. So please like, please subscribe. You can earn this car very soon in the Circuit Breaker event. Playlist is here and some other fun stuff there. Thanks for joining me today.